everybody, welcome to the Johnny Holliday Show. The old refugee from the Sunshine State in the glass cage between now and 7 o'clock. 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock as we count down the fabulous 52 next. Something for everybody, elbow deep in the Mountain Bowl. And for those of you in the Boulevard of Broken Tail Lights, fender bender, bumper jumper, crumb cracker time for the next 4 hours.
Now those were the good old days. My style was to go in there and have the best time I could have. I would say, here's one for the sad, suffering secretaries, which meant nothing, okay? Instead of me giving a time check, instead of saying it's 13 minutes after 4 o'clock, I'd say it's 13 minutes in the right corner pocket after 4 o'clock on our platter pool of sound. Just to be a little bit, fender, bender, bumper, jumper, chrome cracker time. And people would catch on and say, what is he saying? Well, then I would sign off and I would say, instead of saying see you tomorrow, I'd say bye, 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 and say chicken fat and join the wax. Footsteps going out, the door slamming, and a car taking off. When you're on the radio, nobody else exists. I don't mean it in a cocky way, but a confident way that your show is the best show on the radio. You've got all the audience, and everybody's listening to you. Nobody else exists. Those days, 59 through 64 in Cleveland and San Francisco when the music changed, it would be routine for me to be sitting in our studio at KYA, and next to me is Janis Joplin for 3 hours taking phone calls and just talking, or Grace Slick in the Jefferson Airplane. And I look at some of those tapes with the Rolling Stones, with the Supremes, and I'm right there with them, mamas and papas. Like it's just kind of what we do, you know? But then as time goes on, then you look back and say, boy, that was a very special time, and I was part of it. When I emceed the last Beatles concert in San Francisco, the last time they performed together, I could shoot myself for not having gone back and there was no photographs taken, but I'm sitting in the Giants clubhouse with the 4 guys, the road managers, and just like talking right now. No big deal. And it's all part of history. Nobody really thought to record anything and to save anything, which I wish I had, because that would have really been part of it. I've got some tapes and audio tapes and things like that, but not a lot. What I thought we'd do is take a look up in the attic. I've had a lot of things saved over the years, and there's a tendency to do that in 50 years in broadcasting. And I used to have a lot of nice, wonderful plaques and photographs and stuff in the family room, and I came home one day and my wife and daughters were taking everything down and putting them in boxes. And I said, wait, hold on a second, wait a minute. What are you doing? They said, well, this is a family room. This is not a memorial to you. So if people want to see any kind of clippings or photographs or plaques, there's no, we'll just pull the attic doors down, you go upstairs and you can show them. And this baby's got, let's see, I'd say probably 50 years.
Got some blockers out in front of him. Across midfield, Lattimore to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, still on his feet and down to the 25-yard line, and a first down. Wow!
And I always thought people on the radio, you had to have these deep, resonant voices, and you had to speak a certain, well, I don't do any of that stuff. I don't have, voice I think is the least of the qualifications. I think if you got a little something going for you, some kind of sparkle, some kind of personality, people are going to be able to get that out of you. But I wanted to do theater, I wanted to act, I wanted to coach, I wanted to teach, I wanted to do commercials, I wanted to do television, I wanted to do play-by-play.
At the 25, at the 30, down the left sideline, 35, the 40, across the 40, still on his feet and finally dragged down at the 49-yard line of North Carolina State.
I still have the same drive, the same goals. I look for basketball. I can't wait to get out and do Gary. Love doing Ralph's radio show, Gary's radio show, TV shows. All that stuff is, it's probably more exciting now than it's ever been for me.
I think one thing about John is that the glass is always half full. I mean, it's never half empty, never.
Way up there, way up there, what do you say up there? I see it all. It's like a movie in my head that plays and plays. Oh, it isn't just the bad things I remember. It's the whole damn show.
It keeps you sharp. I mean, if you can learn a script, learn song, learn choreography, when you're ad-libbing during a ball game, it's very easy. And it really just, I mean, it keeps you on your toes.
Honey, could you maybe get a friend for my friend?
Your concentration had better be there, or you embarrass yourself and you get lost in, you know. But I like the challenge. I really like the challenge. I think probably play-by-play and sports theater would be right behind that.
40 seconds.
This is where you're sucking air. Bring the curtain down. Dramatic exit. And go this way. Go ahead, stare the camera down. Show them those big, beautiful blue eyes. Yeah, #1 granddaughter. First one, after 7 grandsons.
Wonderful, just wonderful what he's done with his career. But really, I'm most proud of how, as a family, you know, what he's done as a family man.
This is Mary Margaret McCarthy. Yep, Maggie would be the better name. I guess you know yourself as Maggie. Yes, know yourself as Maggie. I think I had a little bit of a drive to be successful. I think everybody wants their kids to do better than them, and I wanted to be better than my dad and be able to provide for my family. I have often wondered if I had to pick out one facet of why I've been as diversified, I think it's, I don't know, I kind of wish my mom and dad were around to see, you know, what I've been able to do.
And the Terps have got a 3-0 lead with a timeout on the field. This is Maryland Terrapins football.
I think the greatest compliment that I've ever received is when people say to me, "We saw the show on Broadway, you're just as good as the guy on Broadway. We turn the sound down on television to listen to your broadcast. We know by tuning in whether Maryland is winning or losing without you even giving the score. We listened to your radio show. We thought it was the greatest morning show in Washington." That makes you happy. That really makes you happy. To know that you've had that effect on people.